Hey everyone, how are y'all doing?
Good.
Alright, good. Did you all know that 25% of cookies made in the United States are chocolate chip cookies?
No.
Alright, well, I'm going to show you a really nice Nestle Toll House homemade chocolate chip cookie recipe today. First, what you're going to want to do is gather all of your ingredients together. Those will be on the back of the package on the website, however you get them. Also, you're going to want to preheat your oven to 375 degrees, and you're going to want to prepare your pans. Now, what I like to do is take a sheet of parchment paper and put it on my cookie sheet. It doesn't call for that, and it also doesn't call for pan cooking spray. I just like this. It's really easy cleanup, no sticking. Just really convenient, I think. Alright, so what you're going to do is get your dry ingredients first. I've already combined this, but I'll tell you what it is. You need to combine 2 1/4 cups all-purpose flour. Personally, I like to use cake flour. Cake flour actually makes your cookies fluffier, and in my opinion, it makes them taste a little bit better. If you are using cake flour, be sure to add an extra 2 tablespoons per cup. Also, to this dry mixture, you're going to add 1 teaspoon baking soda, and 1 teaspoon of plain salt, just regular old table salt. And if it's in a bowl, you'll mix it, but I've got it in this bag, so I'm just going to shake it up. And we've got our dry mixture, so you put that to the side. Alright, next you're going to want to do your wet ingredients. So start with 2 sticks of butter. Put those in a big bowl. Alright. And then to that you're going to add 3/4 cups of regular, just white granulated sugar, and also 3/4 cups of brown sugar. Now I already have these together too, just for easier mixing, Got them ready and together. So you'll add those to the butter. Alright. And also you're going to want to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now with this, if you go a little bit over the teaspoon or a little bit under, it's okay. I mean, it's just vanilla, With pretty much everything with baking, you need to be completely precise, measure everything out, level it off. But like with the vanilla, it honestly doesn't really matter. So you're going to take your wet ingredients, and you're supposed to beat them all until they're creamy. Now honestly, by hand this takes a really long time. So what I recommend is using like a stand mixer, like a KitchenAid mixer, one that you just set on the counter. That makes it go by a whole lot quicker, a lot easier. It's just a lot better. So, let's see. After you've got that mixed and it's nice and creamy, you're going to add your eggs. You have 2 eggs. You need to add them one at a time, beating after each egg. So also what I like to do is put them each, just crack it into a separate bowl first, so that way you make sure that if you get any shells in there, you can pick them out before you put them straight into the dough. Because it's definitely not fun to eat a cookie and bite into an eggshell. So you're going to want to beat that egg in. So now that you've got that one in there pretty good, make sure you do the other one. Your second egg. And it's really easy, like I said, if you don't have, actual dough mixer, you need to just punch the yolks. Make sure that you get those separated first. Alright, so once you've got those mixed up and that's nice and creamy too, you're going to gradually add your dry mixture. This is really important to do it about a 1/2 cup at a time. If you pour it all in at once, it's going to make a big flour cloud and it's going to get everything messy. So, like I said, about a 1/2 cup at a time. You just pour it in a little bit and start mixing it. I'll go ahead and just tell you real quick while I'm trying to mix all this together, the history of chocolate chip cookies. Ruth Wakefield, in 1937, she worked at the Toll House restaurant in Whitman, Massachusetts. She really liked to bake. She worked there with her husband, and her favorite recipe was for these cookies called butter dewdrop cookies. That recipe called for, baker's chocolate, and at the time that she was making them, she actually didn't have any baker's chocolate, so what she did was she took just like a semi-sweet chocolate bar and she cut it up into little bits. She mixed that in with the dough and figured that, whenever she cooked them, they were going to melt out and make the chocolate cookies that she wanted. Well, actually, they ended up staying in little bits. Everybody really loved it. It got published in the Boston newspapers and other newspapers in New England. So, you know, that's pretty much where it came from, and everybody loved it, even though it was an accident. All right, so after you get all that mixed up, you're going to want to add your chocolate chips, okay? And you're going to add 2 cups of semi-sweet chocolate chips. At this point, you know, this is really great if you have kids. Kids can do this. They love to help. You know, everybody loves cookies, especially kids. You know, if they're making them, then it's really handy for them because they like to pour them in. It's really something easy for them to do that, you know, they can't make too big of a mess out of it. So you want to mix in those, and you can add nuts too if you want to. So once those are mixed into your dough that's ready, you're going to need 2 little tablespoons. One is a scooper, one is a scraper, okay? Now you're going to scoop little tablespoons onto your cookie sheet, okay? And you're going to use the back of the spoon to scrape it off. Now, what's really important is make sure that whenever you put your little cookie balls on the sheet, they're at least about 2 inches apart. Because if not, they're all going to end up, you know, smushing together, making like a big cookie train. Which, I mean, if you like that, you can make it, but it's better to have just individual cookies. So you do that, and as you can see, you know, you get all those, put them in the oven for 9 to 11 minutes, and then you will end with cookies. And that's how you make your homemade cookies.